Matthew chapter 5. Matthew chapter 5, are we there? Verse 1. He said, and seeing the multitudes, he went up on a mountain. And when he was seated, his disciples came to him. Then he opened his mouth and taught them, saying, blessed are the poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Blessed are those who mourn, for they shall be comforted. Blessed are the meek, for they shall inherit the earth. Blessed are those who hunger and thirst for righteousness, for they shall be filled. Blessed are the merciful, for they shall obtain mercy. Blessed are the pure in heart, for they shall see God. Blessed are the peacemakers, for they shall be called sons of God. Blessed are those who are persecuted for righteousness' sake, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Blessed are you when they revile and persecute you, and say all kinds of evil against you falsely for my sake. Rejoice and be exceedingly glad, for great is your reward in heaven. For so they persecuted the prophets who were before you. Now, verse 1. Verse 1, I think. Seeing the multitude. And seeing what? The multitude. Jesus saw multitudes. And remember, chapter 4 comes before chapter 5, isn't it? In chapter 4, Jesus was fasting intensely for 40 days and 40 nights. What was he fasting for? Was it not to fulfill the work of God, to do the work of God? And the devil came to tempt him. He was tempted. Now, if you have fasted that much, 40 days and 40 nights, and now you came out and you saw multitudes, what would you do? Won't you give attention to them? Wouldn't you see it like answered prayer? Yes. Because now you've come with power. And multitudes want to hear you. They want to be touched. They want to be healed. They want to be delivered. Isn't it? Yes. Wouldn't you be happy that multitudes have come? Crowds are following you, seeing them, and he saw them. It's not that he didn't see them. What did he do? He went up into the mountain. Some of you will be saying these teachings are hard, but I want to see, we're learning Jesus, isn't it? We want to know him. Why will he leave multitudes and go to the mountain and sit down? Why?
Because he was not yet ready for them to listen to them.
Why was he not yet ready for multitudes? Why would he not speak to multitudes?
It was not yet time.
No, but he came to reach the whole world. Yes, sir.
The multitude were not the focus.
Because multitude is never Jesus' focus. He has ministered to the multitude, but that's not his focus. And what he's saying is like, all right, I see you multitude, I fasted, I prayed, and now I'm going to the mountain. I'm going to the mountain, and I will sit down here at the mountain. Now, how many people from the multitudes will take Jesus seriously? And look at this picture. We came all the way from every village, every town, every city to hear him. Now he went to the mountain to sit down. It looks like it's only those who are serious that will climb the mountain. I'm sure the people will not be able to climb. I'm sure the blind will not be able to climb. Are we together? So his disciples came to him. When he went to the mountain and he was set, that is, he sat down, his disciples came to him. Who came to him? Who came to him?
Disciples.
His. Say his. His disciples came to him. Now, that word his disciples talks of people he owns, ownership. You can have your disciples who are not Jesus' disciples. That's the danger of pastors and preachers. People have their disciples who are not really necessarily disciples of Jesus. But when he was sat down, his disciples came to him. So these teachings that we're reading from Matthew chapter 5, chapter 6, chapter 7, they were not public teachings. Do you understand? They were private teachings to disciples. And what Jesus alluded to as blessing, you don't see money there. Blessed are you when your bank account is full. He started with poverty of the spirit. Blessed are you when you have nothing in your spirit, when you are poor in your spirit. He knew that in the multitude is standing religious people who have studied the law, the scriptures, and they are full of pride, spiritual pride inside. But he's speaking to a small group of people. He sees that they are beginning to follow him for who he is. They feel empty. They want to be filled. They want to be taught. And he says, you guys are blessed. Blessed are the poor in heart, poor in spirit. Are we together?
Amen.
Each time you occupy your spirit with the flesh, then you've just denied yourself the blessings of the word of God, the blessings of eternity. Your heart must be the place where Jesus will reach. So blessed are the poor in heart. For what shall happen? And then there are these ones who are hungry. Says, you are hungry, I can see you are hungry. So you'll be satisfied. Do you understand? In times like this, when you come apart, we're assuming that you are being honest. You really want God to do something in your life. And so it's like coming away, coming up to the mountain for Jesus to pour himself in you. But you must empty your heart of all those things. So there are certain things we don't preach about them in churches. Okay? But when we mention them here, it affects you, and sometimes your countenance goes down immediately. Now, but it's for you to go cleanse your heart, empty your heart, empty your life so that Jesus can fill you up. And so you see, blessed are the poor in spirit, blessed are those who mourn. Because when you step out to say, I'm going to preach the gospel and I will not be salaried, there will be times of challenges, there will be times of tears, but you'll be comforted. And so that group of little disciples who have come to Jesus to listen to him is declaring to them what actually divine blessing is. But we have interpreted blessings to be material things. Being a meek person attracts blessings to you. You see, the more humble you are, the more meek you become, the more blessed you are becoming. Do you understand? The world will think you are weak. It's weakness for somebody to shout at you and you say, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to offend you. You should have shouted back. And when you're in a society like South Africa or in Southern Africa where you need to assert who you are, it tempers with humility. Do you understand? Because you need to prove your credentials. You need to tell people who you are. And you need to speak that type of English that they will respect. Not this my own. Do you understand? Because you see, this my own is like that of Peter. When Peter tries to deny Jesus, they will say, but even your accent betrayed you. Do you understand? So Jesus speaks people of accents too. Are we together? Because you see, this thing that happens can be something serious like this. Somebody say, you know, I like the way he teaches, but that's English. Hallelujah. Amen. So if you read the list of blessed people that Jesus is giving, it has nothing to do with blessed are you if you have a house in Dubai. Blessed are you if you have a house in Johannesburg. Blessed are you if you have a house in Blantyre. Blessed are you if you have a house in Habron. Nothing about those material things, but about character. Isn't it?
Amen.
About character. So that's why we need to build up our characters and make sure our heart is positioned in the right place for Jesus to pour himself in us. Once we'll speak about Jacob later. But once you allow the flesh to take the place of something spiritual that God has prepared for you, you have missed the point. So I'd like us to pray this morning and then commit ourselves to God. Let's stand.